I really don't like Darwinian biryani. Darwinian biryani is where you get Darwinists who chuck everything together. Now, biryani is a very beautiful dish, right? You got your rice, you got your little herbs, you got your different types of meats. You can even put like different coriander and stuff like that. You got your onions, you got all this stuff. But if someone decides to stick Weetabix in there, you know they need to go to the halfway house. There's something wrong. Now, when it comes to Darwinists, what they love to do is they like to take the pot of science, right? And they like to just chuck in everything and call it evolution. To say, right, this is, we're going to take natural selection, we're going to take genetic drift, we're going to take, gradualism, we're going to take all these different things, right? We're going to take the tree of life or whatever. We're going to take all of this and we're just going to chuck it into one pot and just call it evolution. Now, that is a Darwinian biryani. That is a complete mixture of different things, and it's very hard to actually decipher what's going on. Hence why we need to call each things what they actually are. So we won't just call everything evolution. Evolution, we will use the most basic understanding, which was even before Darwin, biological change over time. Now you may want to specify that a bit further and say change in gene frequencies over time. Fair enough. That's the same thing, biological change over time. When it actually comes to the tree of life, call it the tree of life. Don't just call it evolution. And when it comes to the mechanism by which you get the tree of life sprouting out, call it natural selection as a mechanism. Now, even when it comes to natural selection, you actually have to define it again, because there is one understanding of natural selection which is really trivial, which is the fittest survive. Okay, fine. But that doesn't, it doesn't do anything. But when Darwin speaks about natural selection, when Darwinists after him and up to the modern day speak about natural selection, they're actually referring to natural selection being able to create body forms, natural selection being able to lead a bacteria-like creature into something multicellular and much more complex, right? Massive, like some sort of animal, right? Over millions of years. This is what they are actually referring to. So it means different things, and we need to take that Darwinian biryani and we need to put different things on different shelves to deal with them separately. Till now, I still get, I still come across even videos of atheists saying, no, why use the term Darwinism? Why not just stick to evolution? This is why. I mean, it just goes to show we're having this debate. So what's wrong with actually calling each term what it is? Why chuck everything in and just call it Darwinism? Oh, actually, there is a reason, and it's the fallacy of equivocation. Because if you can say, well, things evolve, clearly they do. We knew that before Darwin. We're going to call this thing evolution too. Where we have a chimpanzee-like creature evolving into something like Homo sapiens, we're going to call that evolution too. We're going to call this thing evolution too. And then because this is true, because this small basic evolution is true, like the evolution of bacteria, the evolution of peppered moths or whatever, therefore that's true too, therefore that's true too. But that's the fallacy of equivocation. It's like, the cameraman here falling over and saying, oh, I'm having a heart attack. Is there a doctor in the house? Somebody comes over and says, yeah, I'm a doctor. He says, okay, can you help me? Well, I'm not a doctor, like a medicine. I'm like, I've got a, DPhil in or philosophy or whatever, right? I've got a PhD in, I don't know, sports theory or whatever. That's not a PhD, but I've got, so, PhD, you've got a PhD doctor and you've got a medical doctor. So obviously these are two different terms. You shouldn't conflate them. So when we want to tackle this issue, and if we want to actually be nuanced, and if we actually want to get to the root of the issue, we need to make sure we don't order Darwinian biryani at the restaurant. We need to make sure that we order different things which are actually palatable.